Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is 2012, and we're going to talk about 12-21-12, hopefully until 12-21-12, but not without breaks. That is, hopefully, we'll be on weekly until December 21st, 2012. Enjoy. Your cable boxes and computers have microphones in them. Your cell phones, while hung up, are microphones. All cell phone activities are recorded. They can hear us whisper. Cameras everywhere, and soon your money will have RFID technology and will be traceable. They're putting 80 satellites in space and will track everyone going in and out of a building. Welcome to 2012, the production. The production that I jeopardized my life and social status to bring to you. I'm going to take the time to promote EternityJumper.com, a nothing to buy, nothing to sell, no ads, scripture explaining scripture study guide on the creation, flood, and day of the Lord, which I am committed to offer at no cost. That's EternityJumper.com. ETERN as in Nancy, ITYJUM as in Michael, PER.com. Check back with the site from time to time. More treasures will be added. We are in ancient technology. Whenever you have to build something, it is already outdated and ancient technology. If you really would like high technology, open the Holy Bible, which is real high technology. Try talking through a burning bush that is not consumed. That, ladies and gentlemen, and those of you who aren't ladies and gentlemen, is real high technology. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this show, this production 2012, is about the times leading up to the end of the Mayan calendar. And we have prophecies of cultures and peoples that we have studied on this show and looked at on this show. And today we're gonna go into the realm, which we have been in this realm before, the realm of conspiracy theories. Now this is off, 2012 endofdays.org, and it is on conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory, or the conspiracy theory of history, is not only an interesting topic, but one which should be examined seriously. If the overall theme is true, or even parts of it, the freedom and rights of individuals throughout the world are in danger. The conspiracy involves people in high levels of society, the wealthy elite, international bankers, political leaders, and secret societies. In general, it involves a long-term master plan to create a one-world system, a global system with one ruling government and one world religion, or no religion, depending on the point of view. The start of the conspiracy is not truly known, but its roots are found within secret societies for over hundreds of years. Again, it's up for debate, but one view is that it has roots with the Knights Templar. This secret society was formed approximately in 1119 AD, during the time of the Crusades. A handful of European knights were supposedly assigned to protect European travelers on their journey to and from the Middle East. These knights, however, were more interested in searching for treasure and holy relics than protecting European travelers. They eventually raided King Solomon's temple and absconded with a variety of religious artifacts. However, it's not proven, but evidence suggests, However, it is not proven, but evidence suggests this to be true. Since the Knights Templar were in possession of these valuable items, they suddenly became extremely powerful, so powerful that even royalty relinquished their valuables to the society. This allowed the knights to accumulate a vast amount of wealth. This eventually led to the establishment of the first international banking system. The society loaned money to monarchs or collecting interest, adding to their riches. Eventually, the society was abolished by the Catholic Church under the orders from the Pope, influenced by King Philip IV of France. The survivors are believed to have joined other societies such as the Freemasons. The Knights Templar were accused of satanic worship, and this is a highly contested topic. However, evidence suggests that the Templar leader of France, Jacques de Molay, was involved in the occult and established four Hermetic Masonry lodges. Regardless, intermingling with the Freemasons of the time allowed the vanquished knights to further conduct their business in secret. The Freemasons are another secret society that is still in existence throughout the world. The origins of Freemasonry are up for debate, but some trace it back to biblical times, while others place it in England with the formal establishment of various lodges in medieval times. The society is believed to have a set of beliefs linked to the ancient mystery religions of Egypt and Greece. With this tradition and the association of Templar occultists, an inner circle of Freemasons developed. While most of the membership is unaware of the true nature of the organization's roots and occult practices, the inner circle of high-level Masons are believed to have been responsible for the origins of an evil conspiracy. From Freemasonry, an inner circle of members formed the Illuminati, the Enlightened Ones. The founder was, by the way, if you say you are in the Illuminati, then you are not in the Illuminati. Okay, from Freemasonry, an inner circle of members formed the Illuminati, the Enlightened Ones. The founder was Adam Weishaupt, who was heavily involved in the occult. The order was founded on May 1st, 1776. May 1st is a grand climax, an important day for Satanists. Weishaupt wrote his philosophy of Illuminism, which called for a one-world government and religion that controls the population. The elite are coming, the elite are coming, the elite are coming, the elite are coming. Weishaupt wrote his philosophy of Illuminism, which called for a one-world government and religion that controls the population. It outlined that private property was to be abolished and that its master plan was to be carried out in secret. Some researchers claim that Weishaupt's philosophies influenced the writings of the Communist Manifesto. Furthermore, claims are made that members of the Illuminati aided the rise of communism. It is believed that the Illuminati have infiltrated European and U.S. positions of power and are behind the scenes influencing policies and world events. For example, the Order of Skull and Bones, a secret society based at Yale, is believed to be an American extension of the Illuminati. Members of the order include Averell Harriman, Prescott Bush, George H.W. Bush, George W. Bush, and John Kerry. Yes. Okay, now this would be the election in 2004 is what it's referring to. The election was between two Skull and Bones members, and that would be George W. Bush and John Kerry. What a coincidence. Other organizations believed to be involved in the conspiracy are the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderbergers, and the Federal Reserve. Families that are alleged to be involved include the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Morgans, DuPonts, and the Bush family. To summarize, again, the idea of the conspiracy is total population control by a one-world government. Many people believe it to be religious in nature as a plan to usher in the Antichrist. Interesting, the book of Revelations speaks of the Antichrist, his one-world government, and one-world religion. Events that could possibly lead up to a scenario such as this is a movement by the United Nations or some other global establishment to force control over many nations. Also, the implanted microchip that everyone would be forced to receive. Watch for more surveillance in public areas and the gradual erosion of our freedoms and rights as individuals. And ladies and gentlemen, that's conspiracy theory under at 2012endofdays.org. 2012endofdays.org. And we're going to check our ancient technology, and the digitals are moving, and the knobs are turning, and the levers are switching. The ancient technology is working superbly, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're going to go on to from 2012truth.com. And this is an article on mass extinctions, another 12/21/2012 end of the world prophecy. I recently came across a story on the MSNBC website which says that theoretically one cataclysmic event is not enough to cause mass extinctions on the planet. The article says that a major 1-2 punch is most likely needed to extinguish life on Earth. There are two classifications of events that are pulse and press. Pulse being for example, an asteroid striking, and press being an extended 100,000 year or more large volcanic eruption, for example. If this is the case, then it sounds like we would need to have the Yellowstone volcano blow and an asteroid strike in short succession. The likelihood of this happening is very slim, and the press events they speak of are drawn out for a very long time. This would cause the flora and the fauna to be weakened to the point that when a pulse event occurs, life on the planet will not be able to cope with the disruption. Again, this is only theory, but something to consider. They even explain, I'm not saying it's impossible to have an extinction with just a press or a pulse event, Ahrens admitted. The study states that it's more likely when the two combine. I know you can see again, ladies and gentlemen, this is mass extinction, another 12/21/2012 end of the world prophecy and it's on 2012truth.com, and that's 2012truth.com. I know you can see the connection here to the 2012 predictions of comet strikes and supervolcanoes, magnetic pole reversals, and other doomsday theories. The one section of the article which disturbed me the most, though, was the last paragraph in which the author stated, humanity is creating exactly that press and pulse event scenario today, she said. Over the last 6,000 years, subsistence forming began changing the climate and clearing wilderness slowly enough to constitute press-type stresses on the environment. but people began burning fossil fuels in earnest during the Industrial Revolution, and carbon concentrations have skyrocketed while growing population numbers have led to widespread habitat loss around the globe. Ahrens argued this constitutes a pulse event, and the sixth great mass extinction may already be underway. There may be wild card events like asteroid strikes, supervolcanoes, or alien visitations, but we have no need to worry about that because they are beyond our control. Once again, we get distracted by the doomsday speculators and fail to see that the fate of the planet is in our hands. We have to make the right choices now to have a future and save our home. I know that we can do this all if all of us work together, if all of us work towards a common goal of transforming our planet into the type of home everyone would be proud of. Maybe we would even feel the type of home everyone would be excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe we would even feel inclined to show that the alien guests also prophesied to arrive in 2012 around our pretty little planet. You know what I get about these aliens? Have you ever noticed, back in the 1950s, aliens, the craft used to be like these round discs, these silver round discs, very ancient almost, these silver round discs are cigar shaped. And the more technology gets better, the better looking the alien craft come in, ladies and gentlemen, but we will continue on. All joking aside, each individual needs to take a good hard look to his or her impact on the planet and start to make changes there. This has been said before by a lot more sophisticated people than me, but it is true. By each of us taking action, locally global changes will occur. We need to be the change we want to see in the world. And again, ladies and gentlemen, that's mass extinctions, another 2012, end of the world prophecy, and that's off of 2012truth.com. And ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the ancient technology, and the digitals are moving, and the levers are switching, and the knobs are turning, ladies and gentlemen. The ancient technology is working fine. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go through 10 basics for crisis survival for 2012 and beyond. And again, ladies and gentlemen, 2012, I think it's gonna bring changes. Okay, just kind of consciousness changes, as well as there could be other things pertaining to Scripture, Holy Scripture that take place and whatnot. And ladies and gentlemen, but I'll tell you, these people who've been spending 30 years talking about 2012 are going to be out of a job in 2013. But ladies and gentlemen, and this show is slated to end, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we'll make it that far to 12/21/12. And this show does have that schedule of a Friday, 12/21/12. So plan ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Think about being with us on the end of the Mayan calendar, 12/21/12. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go again to 2012truth.com, 10 basics for crisis survival for 2012 and beyond. A place to start. Penny and I wanted to present to you our thoughts on the 10 basic areas of prepping for crises. As we continue to prep, our personal plan becomes more and more refined. If you are new to prepping, I am sure you are wondering where to start. These 10 suggestions are where we begin. We are now at a point where most of our basics are covered and long-term solutions are beginning to be put in place. Rest assured, that there is always time and resources available to start your prepping for a crisis. Don't let yourself be overwhelmed. Pick one of the 10 areas and start with that. My suggestion for beginners is always the 72-hour already. Excuse me. My suggestions for beginners is always the 72-hour kit. These can usually be assembled from items you have around the house already. If you have the finances available to purchase an already assembled kit, check out the company called outinstyle.com. It really is up to you. Remember, your knowledge and desire to thrive in a crisis is the most important factor to moving your preps forward. Not the amount of money you throw at it. Penny and I hope to give you or lead you to that knowledge. These are our 10 basic areas of focus. Most all prepping can be subcategorized under these 10. 10 basics. 1. 72-hour kit. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this is from 2012truth.com. And this is 10 basics for crisis survival for 2012 and beyond. 10 basics. 1. 72-hour kit. 2. Food and water storage. 3. Medical supplies and knowledge. 4. Get home plan or evacuation bug out plan. 5. Unity of community. 6. Barter items. 7. Skills. 8. Tools. 9. Alternative shelter. 10. Comfort items, extra clothing, etc. And that's again, ladies and gentlemen, that's 10 basics for crisis survival for 2012 and beyond. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's check the ancient technology, and ladies and gentlemen, it is all good. Okay, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, many people think that we're in high technologies, nanotechnologies, high technology, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody's concerned about the elite are coming. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you right now, you ought to be concerned about. You ought to be concerned about meeting your maker, ladies and gentlemen. And for that, I'll leave that up to you right now to think about meeting your maker. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue on with a new old party game for 2012. A party game with a serious purpose. And this is off 2012truth.com. Remember the old party game? If you were stranded on a desert island and you could take one other person, who would it be? The current events and the coming 2012 date are me bringing up the very same type of questions. The process I have been taking myself through lately is very similar to this type of thought stream I have examined so far. Where will I locate my home, and what criteria would make it the perfect location? The geographical location, i.e. which state and in what section of the state, how close to a major population center would I want or need to be, what physical features or amenities would the property need to have, how easily will it be to maintain the property once it has been established. Is the home and property I have now compatible of sustaining me for an unknown period of time, i.e. food, water, shelter, security? What skills do I need to acquire to make myself more independent, self-reliant, and valuable to the community of which I am part of? First aid, home remedies, herbology, etc., metalworking, welding, brazing, blacksmithing, carpentry, small engine repair, veterinarian skills, any types of repair or maintenance knowledge. What 6 people would I want to share my home and property with if need be? What skills would they bring with them? How reliable and independent are they? How trustworthy are they? Can I make room for more if need be? Can I make tough decisions if someone comes knocking at my door? There are many more questions to ask myself and many more answers to find and moral dilemmas to deal with. I do not, however, want to fall into the trap of the paralysis of analysis. Sometimes we can take up all our time reading and studying and analyzing to the point we just shut down entirely. I have to constantly keep myself out of that trap. This is why I only presented a short list of 3 questions for now. I also walk on razor's edge between conservative cave-dwelling nut and berry gatherer on the one hand and extremist gun-toting razor wire compound survivalist on the other. I just want a safe, simple life with my family and friends. And ladies and gentlemen, that was 2012truth.com, ladies and gentlemen. Now I will read some unknown prophecies to you, ladies and gentlemen, and even to those of you who aren't ladies and gentlemen. As the prophecy states, there will be a person who will have a bag on his head and use ancient technology to wake the people up and the world around them, and will use prophecies of other peoples and cultures to explain the times they live in and shake them and plead with all flesh to warn them to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. I'd like to encourage you to visit eternityjumper.com, a no-buy, no-sell, no advertising website that explores the creation, flood, and day of the Lord. I recommend taking a look at the page on the flood of Noah. Sometimes you have to get out of the box, ladies and gentlemen, and look at other views on Scripture, because obviously nobody has disappeared in a raptudo and probably never will. EternityJumper.com is a well-thought-out study guide that provides a serious guide that may open your eyes to the simpleness in Scripture that God has to offer. And now, we will end with this question. For those of you who get your power from Satan, what are you going to do without your leader,